Don't look behind you. Seriously, don't do it. Because whatever is following you has been following you for miles. The hallways never change. The lights never stop buzzing. And every time you think you escaped, you hear it again. Footsteps. Slow, patient, and getting closer.
Hell no! I ain't dealing with this crap! I'm out!
Most people know the backrooms as endless yellow hallways, but according to the lore, those hallways aren't empty. They're inhabited by predators like mimics, hunters, and one creature so disturbing, many fans consider it the most dangerous entity in the entire backrooms. Tonight, we're counting down 5 of the most terrifying creatures ever reported inside the backrooms. And trust me, the last one will give you nightmares. So stay tuned because you won't want to miss this one. Imagine hearing scratching, not ahead of you, behind you. You stop. The scratching stops. You walk again. It starts again.
Jesus Christ, man. I think I just myself.
The Hounds are among the oldest and most feared creatures in the Backrooms lore. Descriptions vary, but most reports describe them as emaciated humanoids moving on all fours with long arms, twisted limbs, sunken faces, and predatory behavior. Unlike many Backrooms entities, Hounds don't hide, they hunt. But the most disturbing thing isn't seeing them, it's hearing one. Many encounters begin with sounds, scratching, breathing, movement around the corners. Then eventually, you see it. A shape moving unnaturally fast through the hallways, watching, waiting, following. And according to the survival guides, running may be your only option. Imagine turning a corner, thinking you finally lost it, only to hear those claws scraping against the carpet again. Closer this time. Much closer. The worst part about the Hound isn't the appearance, it's their persistence. Most predators eventually stop chasing. According to the stories, Hounds don't. They continue tracking, continue stalking, continue following, until one of 2 things happens. Either you escape, or they catch you.
Friggin' fantastic. Psycho hounds in some stupid hallway. Exactly what we needed.
I agree, but thankfully, they aren't even close to being the worst thing hiding in the backrooms, because the next creature doesn't hunt alone. At first glance, they look harmless, until one lands, and you realize it's the size of a dog.
Watch it, champ!
No offense, pal. Deathmoths are gigantic, insect-like entities reported throughout the multiple Backrooms levels. Massive wings, glowing eyes, long, segmented bodies. Some are considered passive, others extremely aggressive. The problem is, by the time you discover which type, it's too late. Most stories place Deathmoths inside dark, abandoned sections of the backrooms, areas where exhausted travelers naturally seek shelter. Imagine wandering endless hallways for hours, days, and maybe longer, then finally finding a room where you can rest. A room away from the buzzing lights, away from the endless corridors. A room where you can finally close your eyes, only to realize you've entered a nest. Hundreds of wings, hundreds of eyes, hundreds of creatures hidden in the darkness. Some reports claim the walls themselves seem alive, covered in cocoons. Movement, rustling, the sound of wings shifting overhead. Just waiting, watching.
Nope. I hate this episode. I feel my whole body itching with disgust already.
I don't blame you. And unlike the Hounds, Deathmoths don't always attack immediately. Sometimes they simply surround you, making escape impossible. Every direction blocked, every path cut off. Imagine shining a flashlight across a room and seeing dozens of glowing eyes staring back. Not one, not 2, dozens. And that's the nightmare that people describe.
Yeah, I'd rather take my chances with those stupid mutts in the hallways.
I probably would too. And if giant nightmare insects weren't enough, the next creature looks almost human, which makes it far more dangerous. Imagine being completely alone for days, then finally seeing another person, a survivor, someone just like you.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this crap. I'm actually happy to see another human.
Well, that's exactly what they want you to think. Skin stealers don't resemble monsters, they resemble people. At a distance, they appear completely normal. Another person standing in the hallway, someone waving for help, someone sitting quietly in a room. Nothing unusual. Until they get closer, then something feels off. Maybe it's the smile. Maybe it's the eyes. Maybe it's the way they walk. Not quite human. Not quite right. And according to the Backrooms lore, skin stealers wear human skins as camouflage, allowing them to blend in with survivors. And that's what makes them terrifying. They force you to question everyone you meet. In a place already filled with monsters, the safest looking thing might be the most dangerous one. Witness descriptions often mention the same details. Expressions that linger too long, movements that seem slightly delayed, conversations that feel rehearsed, like something pretending to be human without truly understanding what being human means. And that effect is unsettling, because your instincts tell you something is wrong, but you can't quite explain why. Imagine meeting another person, lost in the backrooms like yourself, talking for hours, sharing stories, building trust, only to suddenly notice they haven't blinked once.
Friggin' amazing. Now you can't even trust a human to be an actual human.
And that's the true horror of the skin stealers. Not what they are, but what they make you question. Because after enough encounters, you stop wondering whether the next person is a monster, and you start wondering whether anyone is real at all. But unfortunately, the next creature doesn't bother pretending, because most people never see anything except its smile. Imagine standing in total darkness. No flashlight, no windows, no light. Then suddenly, you notice something staring back. Not a face, not a body, just a smile.
Now we got the weird demons from that crap movie. What was it called? Smile? Don't smile? Doesn't matter because that movie was
Tell me about it. That was pretty bad. Smilers inhabit some of the darkest sections of the backrooms. Most descriptions remain remarkably similar. Two glowing eyes, one impossibly large grin, floating in the darkness. Just watching, waiting. Nothing else visible. No body, no shape, no movement. Just eyes and that creepy smile with teeth. The fear of smilers comes from something ancient, fear of the darkness itself. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors feared whatever waited beyond the firelight. Predators, danger, death, and the smilers bring that fear to life. You don't know how large they are. You don't know how close they are. You can't tell if they're moving. All you know is that they're looking directly at you. Some versions of the lore claim smilers are passive. Others suggest they're highly aggressive. Either way, the advice remains the same. Do not approach. Do not investigate. And whatever you do, do not stare back. Because according to many stories, the longer you watch, the closer they get.
Like I said, I hate this friggin' episode.
Well, we're not done yet, pal. Because at least smilers look dangerous. The next entity looks friendly. And that's exactly why they're the most dangerous one on this list. Imagine hearing music after days being trapped inside the backrooms. Laughter, voices, life. For the first time, you're not alone.
Finally, let's get this party started.
Well, not exactly. The Partygoers aren't exactly a fun time. They don't chase you. They don't stalk you. They don't hide in the darkness. They invite you. Bright yellow skin, black eyes, permanent smiles. According to the lore, Partygoers inhabit enormous celebration rooms, balloons, cake, streamers, music, and bright lights. After days of isolation, it feels like paradise. A safe place, a place to stop running, a place to rest. And that's exactly where the trap lies. Because according to the stories, people who enter the party never leave again. Some versions of the lore claim partygoers transform their victims, turning them into more smiling guests, expanding the party forever. Imagine finally finding people, finally finding safety, finally believing you escaped, only to realize every face in the room wears the exact same smile. Nobody leaving, nobody questioning, nobody blinking, just smiling, watching, waiting, inviting. The music never stops, the party never ends, and every new guest becomes part of it.
So basically, you're telling me it's less terrifying Chuck E. Cheese?
Pretty much. And that's why many fans consider partygoers to be the most dangerous entities in the Backrooms, because the greatest threat isn't always something that hunts you. Sometimes, it's something that convinces you to stop running, something that offers comfort, something that makes you feel safe right before you disappear forever.
As if balloons weren't creepy enough, you just made it worse. I see a balloon. I'm pulling a Houdini. Poof. Gone.
Probably a smart decision, because in a place where everything wants something from you, the friendliest face might be the deadliest thing you'll ever meet. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's episode. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, please hit subscribe, like, and let us know below which entity you think is the most terrifying. That stuff makes the channel grow, and we can give the big guy more nightmares.
For the love of God, keep your stupid human opinions to yourselves.
Fair enough. As always, I'm your host Adam. That's Bear. Until next time, be good, or be good at it.